Tonight at 11, in this exclusive video, an off-duty police officer, the man in the orange, hands over his gun to another officer. This moments after he allegedly shot and critically wounded his neighbor. Good evening, I'm Renee Chanel-Fatah. Tim has this night off. Now, neighbors say it started with an argument over a parking space, and it ended with 23-year-old Josh Taylor shot in the chest, and tonight, fighting for his life. Live at 11, NBC 10's Claudia Rivero is in the Frankfurt section of the city with the latest for us. Claudia?
Well, Renee, there are two completely different versions of what apparently took place out here earlier this afternoon. Internal Affairs is handling this case. What we can tell you is that according to investigators, the off-duty officer was apparently helping his sister move to a home here on this block when the situation between him and a neighbor escalated. Tonight, that 23-year-old neighbor who was shot remains in critical condition.
A couple minutes later, I came walking up the block, and I seen the guy come out of the house, and he was holding his gun down like this and a badge like that.
Thomas Grafton recorded the cell phone video shortly after an off-duty Philadelphia police officer, seen in the video wearing an orange shirt, allegedly shot his neighbor.
Opened a badge and said, "I'm an undercover cop." Pulled out a big black gun and handed it to the officers. They looked at his badge, looked at the gun, and then they gave him his gun back.
It happened this afternoon on the 4600 block of Worth Street in Frankfurt. According to neighbors, the victim, identified by friends as 23-year-old Josh Taylor, and the off-duty officer were arguing over a parking space.
It was loud enough to draw my attention to the situation.
The victim's fiance says she was inside the couple's home with their two children.
And next thing you know, my boyfriend's running in the house, shuts the door behind him, and the cop opened the door fully on his own, no warrant, under nothing, have on him, opened the door and got in a stance and just shot him right in the chest and ran. He ran right over to his house and shut the door.
According to police, the off-duty officer told investigators that Taylor pointed a gun at him, but it's not clear why the officer didn't call for backup. Britton says Taylor did have a gun in his back pocket, but claims he never threatened the officer with it.
It's his friend's birthday. They were going to go to the gun range. He had a gun in his back pocket, a handgun. He's
a good kid. Plays softball, hunts, takes all the old people's trash out for them. He's a good boy.
Now, investigators are not releasing the officer's name at this time. They say he's an 18-year veteran of the Philadelphia Police Department and currently works in West Philadelphia's 18th District. He'll remain on desk duty while the investigation continues. Live in Frankfurt, Claudia Rivero, NBC 10 News.